a player could now get sent off for just covering their mouth at the World Cup.
And that's not the only change football fans need to know about. Right before the 2026 World Cup, football is getting some big rule changes. So if you're watching the World Cup, there are a few new rules that can have a pretty big impact on how the game turns out. Some of these rules are aimed at stopping time wasting, some make VAR more powerful, and one of them has already started a huge online debate because we really don't know how it's practically going to turn out. So make sure you stay till the end because that's the one we'll be covering the last. And if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe.
So let's start. Let's start with the one that surprised me the most. So players could now get sent off if they cover their mouth while confronting their opponent. And we have seen that happen in football so many times. The reason for this rule is very simple, it's transparency. See, authorities don't want players to hide what they're saying during heated confrontations. I think this new rule has come in after the Real Madrid versus Benfica match in the Champions League because of whatever happened between Vinicius Junior and the other Benfica player. Now let's talk about something that every football fan has complained about at least once, and that is time wasting. We have seen this happen so many times that when a team goes 1-0 or 2-0 up, suddenly the corner kicks take forever, the goal kicks take forever, the throw-in takes longer, and the substitutions, don't even talk about it. So this new rule is trying to stop that. Referees will now have much stricter time limits on throw-ins and goal kicks. If a player takes too long, then they will lose the possession and the possession will go to their opposing team. The goal is just to keep the game moving without any major stoppages. Now VAR is getting more powerful, which means that they can now get involved in more situations. One of the biggest changes that VAR now has is it can now review incorrectly rewarded corner kicks and goal kicks before the play starts. This might sound like a small thing, but imagine a World Cup knockout game where a team scores from an incorrectly awarded corner kick. And that's exactly the type of situations that VAR is trying to avoid. VAR can now also review second yellow cards. So we all know that second yellow card means a straight red, and that can have a huge impact on the game. So now VAR can actually step in to review the second yellow and also reverse the decision. There are also new power rules that are allowing VAR to review attacking offenses before goals, penalties, and major disciplinary decisions. The aim is to make sure that important moments aren't built on fouls or incidences that were missed in the build-up. Football authorities are also now taking tougher approach to protests. So players who walk off the pitch in a protest could now be shown a straight red card, and if a team is found responsible for causing a match to be abandoned, then they will automatically forfeit the game. The message here is pretty clear that disagreements will happen, but the game needs to be completed. The final change is the one that you will notice without even thinking much about it. So because of the extreme heat conditions during the World Cup, there are going to be mandatory hydration breaks almost every 15 or 25 minutes. This rule I think is very important for player safety. And I think this is the least controversial rule of all, and everyone will truly appreciate it. Because end of the day we forget it, but players are also human beings. And finally, the rule that seems to be causing the most debate, the substitution rule. Players coming off the pitch now only have 10 seconds to come off the pitch. And if they fail to do so, then the player who is substituted in will have to wait for a minute longer before they can come into play. So the purpose from FIFA's end is pretty clear again, to avoid time wastage, because we've seen that once a team is winning, they would want to slow down the game so that they can continue their lead. But there are some major issues with this rule. Like, imagine what happens if a player is injured. What happens, because imagine a player has played for full 85 to 90 minutes and then they are being substituted and they're exhausted and they're tired, and it's going to take them longer than 10 seconds. Or if they are at the other end of the pitch and they have to walk all the way through, I think 10 seconds is pretty impossible. I don't know how this is going to turn out. So let's see. I mean, I agree, and most of us agree that time wasting is frustrating. But the question is whether this is the right way to solve it. Now, when you look at all of these changes together, there's a clear theme. FIFA wants less time wasting. They want to make sure that there are lesser mistakes in the referee decisions, and it also wants players to be safer and more transparent. So now I want to know, what do you think? What do you think? Are these new rules going to make football better, or are they just going to create more and more confusion? Let me know in the comment section. If this video helped you get one step closer to getting World Cup ready, then don't forget to subscribe. We have still got a lot to cover once the tournament starts. See you in the next episode.